Hey everybody, it's been a few days before I made a new video, and I've just been traveling back home because I left that crazy ass farm. So I'm excited to be back. Anyway, I thought I would talk about a few things on my mind. I can't talk about them all at once, so I just wanted to share a few things. So I've been thinking lately about rape culture. And it's really graphic, I'm sorry, but it's been really bugging me. Lately, I've just been really preoccupied just with the idea of, I mean, of course, it's not just women, it's also men who are also sexually abused. But I'm specifically talking about women, so just to let you know. It's the idea that a woman has to live on the rape schedule, something that young girls have been taught their entire lives. It's becoming so difficult to deal with the idea that at a certain time there is a certain place you don't go, a thing you don't wear, a person you don't talk to, and it's becoming an epidemic, actually a pandemic, to question a woman and what she's wearing. Let me take my glasses off. To question a woman and what she's wearing or how many sexual partners she's had, instead of asking the person why did they do it, and prosecuting them and not the victim. Because um, just it's anyway. I was looking online, and there was this woman holding a sign up that said, "Who is to blame? No, or what or who anyway is to blame for rape?" And there were like this checklist, and it said skirts, sexual history, and at the bottom was checked, and it said rapist. And that's what I believe. I believe it is not what someone is wearing, and I think we've gone so far um, in our society, but more so between women, to have just to have an excuse as to why these things are happening. I think we're so quick to jump on the bandwagon and say she must have deserved it. She was wearing what she was wearing, or she was flirting, or, she's this or she's that. There is no excuse to me. As a woman, we all come up against, things like this. Maybe not rape per se or any kind of sexual abuse, but we have been catcalled. We, have been degraded in a certain manner, and if it happened to one of us, we would not be sitting in a hospital room getting a rape kit and saying I must have deserved it because that was what I was wearing. And I think we've been taught as young women, how not to get raped, instead of teaching young boys, men, women, not to sexually abuse someone. I think that we need to move away from having, allowing society to accuse a woman of wanting it, instead of dealing with the fact that there are things that need to be addressed in our society. We are trying to put women in these boxes of how to look and where to go and what to do and how to dress and, how to act and look and behave. And sometimes it doesn't, not one example does it give someone the right to take that away from someone else. And I think we need to really work on it because it is destroying us as a society, where young girls, like my younger sister, and I have to teach her, as a young woman, just to be safe, that you can't do certain things. To make her feel as though if she trips up and she does that unsafe thing, it is somehow her fault. We're not teaching young women to feel strong, to feel powerful. We're teaching them to feel fear and to feel shame. And that's something I can't deal with. I just don't understand how that's supposed to build us up as women, as a foundation in our societies, in our neighborhoods, in our families. If we are teaching one another that somehow, somewhere, when a man takes advantage of you, it is your fault. Somehow. Something you are doing, saying, thinking, dressing, it's your fault. And I think we need to work on that. And I know it. Because if we don't, we will have more and more cases like this where women are not speaking up and time is lapsing and we begin to feel less than and feel worthless because somehow someone trying to take something from you or taking it means it's your fault. Now, just to be honest, I was a product of it myself, and I know many women who have been a product of sexual abuse, and it's not something you get over, and it's not something that you don't constantly ask yourself, was it my fault? Because society tells you every day that there was something you must have been doing or not doing for a reason, and that is why you were raped or sexually abused or catcalled or degraded or any reason. And I am telling you now, there is not one reason for rape or sexual abuse of any kind. None. Not one excuse. It's just something I know needs to be addressed more. Start treating women as human beings, as beautiful creatures, as mothers and sisters and daughters and friends and nieces and aunts, and stop putting the blame on us. There are instances, and I guess, and I was going to say exceptions, but I don't think there's an exception. I think there are false accusations and women who sort of use the little bit of power we have to make someone else pay for hurting them. And I know that that has happened. I will not deny that there are people out there that use things badly, the power that we do have. But I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about what's happening right now. And what's happening right now is that we are being pushed deeper and deeper. And yes, we have issues with amongst ourselves. And that's why in my other vlog, I put women hating on women, because it's true. It's killing us. But this culture, this rape culture, is becoming so detrimental to ourselves, and we don't know how to fix it. And I just, yeah, I'm proud of things like slut walks and, women fighting in the street and really standing up for themselves, trying to make change. We need it. It's imperative. So, yeah. Anyway, I have a few more videos, but I'll stop today and I'll do one tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Something I wanted to talk about really quick. I hope to hear from you all. Have a great one.